Time now for our hits and misses of the week. Kim, first to you.
David, this is a hit to Attorney General Jeff Sessions and his Department of Justice for finally bringing some accountability in the IRS targeting scandal. Everyone has known for years that conservative groups were singled out because of their views silenced during election cycles, and yet the Obama IRS refused to take responsibility. The IRS has now been made to settle in court and also to offer its sincere apology to those it abused. This is good news, exactly the kind of accountability and responsibility people expect out of Washington.
Bill, what have you got?
David, a hit to Vice President Pence, who announced this week that the State Department will stop funding humanitarian aid efforts for vulnerable religious minorities exclusively through the UN. From this day forward, he said, the President and the White House are going to work with USAID and religious groups in the Middle East and places like that. These groups have been denied funding, often from the UN and so forth. They're very effective. Vice President says those days are over. So a big hit to the Vice President for ending this, and for America to deliver aid in a way that's going to matter to these communities.
Kate?
This is a hit for Senate Republican leadership, which is picking up the pace on judicial confirmations. The Democrats have done everything possible to obstruct these confirmations, and Republicans are finally able to get moving. So I think we can expect several confirmations next week, including my home state of Michigan's Joan Larson, who is slated to head to the Sixth Circuit.
Well, Dan, it's time for a miss. Have you got one for us?
I've got a miss for you.
Okay.
I'm giving a miss to Michael Moore, who apparently is not a household word. Michael Moore is, in fact, a loudmouth, conservative, anti-conservative activist, did a documentary back in 2004 attacking George W. Bush. Well, he has created his own one-man show for Broadway, bashing Donald Trump and telling his own life story. It's what we call in the business a vanity project. Well, it flopped. It just closed on Broadway. Bye-bye, Michael.
I heard he got no more than 50% of an audience.
Box office, yeah. It was terrible.
All right.